Well, I think by now you guys know that Illinois South Territory has a lot to offer. I mean, you can get out and you can kayak, you can bike ride, you can camp, you can go sightseeing. But one of the things that Andy Waterman loves, the food. And there is so much of it in the Illinois South Territory. Andy, it's so good to have you back.
Thank you for having us. 21 counties, it's going to be a lot of restaurants to cover.
A lot. And when we say a lot of restaurants, what kind of cuisines are we talking about?
Everything. I mean, you can find everything from Cajun to seafood to Japanese to, I mean, literally anything that you want, breakfast food.
What was that all-you-can-eat crab legs place?
That's in Kretzer's. That's over in Hoyleton. Yeah, they do... I think last check they were doing like 5,000 pounds of crab on a weekend.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
That's
it is
a
a little
lot.
pricey. It's like, you know,
But
it's like
crab is
85 bucks.
pricey.
But crab is pricey. It's like
Right.
$85, $90, so it's market value. But yeah, it's good.
All right, so let's talk about some of the food challenges that you guys have in the territory, because it's not really just one.
Mm-hmm.
There's several.
Oh, there are several. And actually, I didn't realize until, you know, you'd seen Man vs. Food and all those, you know, food challenges, eating challenges, shows like that. There's actually several restaurants throughout our territory that do that. And it's kind of like food tourism, if you will, because there are actually professional eaters that go around the country and do these darn challenges. Like people that have traveled from Memphis up to our area to do these challenges. People that have traveled from Minnesota to these restaurants 6-7 hours away from their home to do these challenges.
Now, Andy, you're a pretty slim guy.
Yes.
Have you tried any of the challenges?
I have not tried any of these challenges. I did try actually one of the challenges at Concord Grill in St. Louis, though.
Yeah?
Yes.
And did you...
The Big Bertha, have you heard of that? It's a 3-pound burger.
3-pound
Yeah.
burger?
Did you
At
get
Concord
it?
Grill. I ate 2 of the 3 pounds, and I ate most of the fries, but I did not succeed.
2 of the 3 pounds. What was your stomach ache like, or could you really just function normally?
I was good. If I would have gone, I could have gone all 3, but I would have been miserable the rest of the day. I actually did a hot dog eating competition like Joe Chestnut. And
You did?
I got through 10 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Now, it's not Joey Chestnut. He's getting like 70, but you know.
So when you do an eating challenge like this, Andy, I'm talking to you specifically, were you just there over lunch break and you were like, oh, the Big Bertha,
Yeah.
well, give me that?
I like a
Or,
good challenge.
yeah, or did
It
you...
was actually my coworkers who had heard about it, and they're like, if there's anyone here at the office that can literally try to take it down, it's you. So they took me that day, and they bought the Big Bertha. It's like 35
Specifically, you guys
bucks.
went for that.
Yep,
So-
that's what they took me for.
Okay, let's get back to the restaurants at hand.
Yes.
Let's talk about Mimo's Italian Restaurant
Yes.
in Norris City. I think I could probably do a 20-inch pizza challenge.
So that's in White County, not too far from Carmi, actually not too far north of Garden of the Gods. So if you go to that area, Shawnee National Forest, to hike, it's not far from there. So they are home of the 20-inch pizza challenge. You get 1 hour to finish a 3-topping pizza. Now, professional eater Randy Santel accomplished the feat in 2021. He ordered a super deluxe. Now, this is a 10-topping pizza with banana peppers, making it 11 toppings. He finished it in 46 minutes and change. Now, there's another guy who got just a regular, and he was a professional eater, and he finished it, I think, in something like 10 minutes, that's almost disgusting.
Is it a thin crust? Is it a thick crust?
It's a hand toss.
Hand tossed.
So it's not too thick, it's not too thin.
Like a
it's right in the
traditional
middle.
Domino's kind of hand tossed pizza.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the folks that maybe don't want to do a challenge. What about the other food at Mimo's Italian Restaurant?
Oh, I mean, it's great. They've got everything from your traditional spaghetti, toasted raviolis, just things like that. It's a really good spot. Like I said, if you're hiking and you work up an appetite at Garden of the Gods or Shawnee National Forest, great spot to go eat.
All right, out of Mount Carmel, 2 Farmers Burgers and Beignets.
One of my favorite food trucks in the entire world. So they are a food truck, and they are from Mount Carmel, but they'll vend in Albion, and they've Indiana and a few other places. But they at one point, I think I gave you guys a copy of our visitor's guide where you had the 25 stack patty burger in there. Now they do the grind. It's a 1 pound 8 patty burger. If anyone orders a large burger,
8 patty burger.
yes. Now it's a smash patty. They're smash patties, so they're thinner.
It's still 8, Andy.
It's still a pound. I get it. But if anyone orders that and finish it within an hour, they get to name it. But no one has done 25 patties yet. People have accomplished 24, but nobody's done the 25
Oh,
yet.
gosh.
So
How do you eat that? You know, one of my biggest pet peeves about the stack 'em high sandwiches, the Dagwoods.
you can't get your mouth around
You can't eat it.
I was like,
You
do
have
you
to.
cut it with a knife and
You have to,
fork?
yeah.
You have to deconstruct
Yeah.
it just to eat it, and then you lose something.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
What else is on that burger at Two Farmers Burgers and Beignets? It sounds fantastic.
It's just cheese, but if you could get anything on it, actually, I highly recommend getting that. They have a house-made bacon jam.
Oh, Andy, stop.
Oh yeah, I highly recommend that. And you're obviously not going to go for the 25 stack. Nobody's going to do that unless you're totally crazy. So what I do is I get the triple stack. Like I said, smash patty, so it's not that bad. You're still looking at me like,
Well, Andy, what, you don't even weigh 200 pounds.
no, I don't. But
Do you
have
work
to get.
out?
I
Are you
do.
running every morning?
I run every night after I
Okay,
get potatoes to
that
bed. I
makes me
usually
feel a
run
little
between
better.
3 and 5 miles a night. But that's neither here nor there. You got to get the beignets. The beignets are in their name for a reason. Okay, you have to get a beignet with it. I got 3 beignets. 3 comes per pack. You get 3 beignets for I think like $3 or something.
And a
like that.
beignet is like a little French donut.
Basically, it's like a handheld funnel cake almost, if you will, and they are delightful.
Now, they don't serve the burger on a beignet
Oh,
patty.
they should.
They do.
They
Oh!
do?
They do. You can.
My dreams.
Yep.
Oh, my
Yep.
God.
Oh, with the bacon jam?
Mm.
Andy, when's the next time you're going to North?
Oh, this is Two Farmers, so I can take you with whatever you
Oh,
want.
Two
It's just-
Farmers
You
in
just
Mount
take
Carmel.
64. You just take 64 all the way across the state to Mount Carmel, and boom, you're there in 2 hours.
Oh, my gosh. All right, what about Smoked to the Bone BBQ?
That is a hidden gem. So that's in Iuka, which is Marion County, and they've got the filibuster. Okay, now this I don't even think I'll attempt this one because it's got 3 burgers, 3 hamburgers on it, 3 hamburger patties, sausage, brisket,
Oh my
pulled
gosh.
pork, turkey, 3 different cheeses, French fries on a full. Not a half loaf of French bread, a full loaf of French bread. You get
Oh my gosh.
30 minutes, only 30 minutes, only a half an hour to finish the challenge. If you fail, you got to pay the $40. Now, professional eater Brandon, the garbage disposal Clark, drove from Memphis. He drove from Memphis to try this sucker. He finished it in under 20 minutes.
Is that a real guy?
Mhm.
Can I look up
You
the
sure
garbage
can.
disposal?
You 100% can.
OMG.
Yes, and there is one more that I did not have on our talking point sheet here, and that is out BJ Saloon. That's out of Newton, and they've got what is called the Gut Buster Challenge, and
That says it all.
right, and it's
Yeah.
got a cheeseburger, a pork tenderloin sandwich, and about a pound of French fries.
A pound of French fries.
Yes.
All right, let's just talk about some of the famous eats in the ILLINOISouth area, because immediately I think of Wally's and Breeze.
Wally's is iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're so good, and they've got such a reputation for themselves that they don't even need They don't have really a social media.
They don't have
They don't
to.
have to.
And is it mostly the burger? That's what I think about.
It is. It's mostly the burger. It's just a good. Their fries are pretty good too, but it's just one of those greasy spoon just burgers that is just it's iconic, and they're delicious.
Yeah. What about Chuck's Place in Salem?
So Chuck's Place is really good. It's different than Wally's, and it's been different names over the years. They actually came in second place in our burger bracket challenge that we talked about before. They are super good. They're more of a smash patty, a little thinner patty, but you can get something called the Brutus, which is a 3/4 pound burger, and they've got I think it's sriracha on there, which is pretty good.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, Chuck's Place is always a good spot to go to.
I gotta tell you, in all of my years of covering restaurants in different places in the St. Louis area, and that does include Illinois, nothing sticks out like the Moonshine General Store. We were headed to the Super Bowl in Indianapolis, and we were kind of doing stories along the way.
Mhm.
And everybody said, you got to stop in Moonshine, which I think at that point was population 2.
Still is
And if you didn't get there before they turned the grill off,
at 12:30.
you're out of luck.
Dunzo.
Yeah, even if you're in line, the grill is off.
12:30 p.m.?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're open from 6 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
It is a destination spot. It is kind of your off-brand buns and your off-brand ketchups, but there is just something about the experience. The parking lot was packed.
Always.
How do you describe it?
It is a foodie destination, and it has to be, because literally it is 20 minutes away from any town. Like, if you have to try to get there. You're not going to just stumble upon it. I mean, it's out in the middle of cornfields. And it is, like you said, the building itself is like at least a century old. And it used to be an old, I think, mail.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and it is just, you're right, it is the experience where you go in, and there are people who drive 2 hours, 3 hours just to try this place.
I'm pretty sure it was featured on our favorite show,
They are.
CBS
They have been on CBS
years ago.
Yep,
Like
with
probably
Bill Geist.
15,
Bill Geist.
years
Yep.
ago.
Mhm.
So it really is off the beaten path.
And those are
another
half-pound
place.
patties, so you got to come hungry to that
Those are
one.
big ones.
Those
Yeah.
are big. Those are half-pound.
What do you mean population of 2?
That's it.
Yeah, it's not really a town. It's just literally the two people who are kind of there. But yeah, it's
Are they married to each other?
Actually, Helen Tuttle had the business, and she got out, I think, 6 years ago, and she gave it to her daughters-in-law, and they run it now.
Okay.
If you want to look it up, we actually just did a story on them earlier this year, so go to our YouTube page, Illinois South Tourism on YouTube.
I'll do that, and then I'll go back and try to find that Bill Geist story as
Yep.
well from CBS.
Yeah, fun stuff. All right, we got to have drinks in all of this. You know I love my wine. And Illinois South is actually home to 2 wine trails. I had no idea until we started chatting about this.
Mhm. So everyone, they think about Southern Illinois and Carbondale in that area. They think of the wine trails down there, but in Illinois, we don't cover that area too far south. We are a little more north than that. We have 2 wine trails as well. So we've got the Carlisle Lake Wine Trail, which has 4 wineries around Carlisle Lake. 2 in Centralia, 1 in Aveston, and then another in 2 in Carlisle, 1 in Aveston and 1 in Centralia. And then we've got the Wabash Valley Wine Trail, which has just a ton of different wineries on it. I think they're up to 8 or 9
Well,
now.
I was going to say, what makes a wine trail? You need to have 2 or 3?
Yeah, and they all need to be basically like participants, so they all kind of, share in the experience together and say, you know what, we are going to combine forces and we're going to be on this trail together. It's kind of how it starts.
Well, what a fantastic idea. What about other places to drink? If maybe somebody, God forbid, isn't into wine, are there distilleries or breweries that they should check out?
Yeah, so the distilleries we've got 2. We've talked about both of them on here before. So Witness Distillery in Vandalia, right off I-70, great one to check out. And then not too far from here at all, right across the JB Bridge in Columbia, you have Stumpy's. And they are also a distillery. They've got some great stuff. Matter of fact, I just had one of their drinks this weekend that you would probably enjoy. So they have a green apple vodka, and I mixed it with some Sprite and some grenadine and made a Dirty Shirley Temple. It was really good. It was really good. So
it sounds delicious. Just don't let your kids get a hold of that.
they did not.
Yeah.
The kids were napping when Dad had that drink.
Yeah, I like to call those Shirley Temple Blacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's old enough. She's married now. She can drink.
So yes, and there's a beer trail. The Southern Illinois Beer Trail runs through our region too, and we've got 10 of the wineries on that, or 10 of the breweries on that beer trail. So yeah, there are. If you're not into wine, we've got beer, we've got distilleries, we've got a little bit of everything.
And you also have a couple of places that give back. I know the Social Kitchen. Tell me about that place.
Oh man.
And I love the way it's spelled. It's Soul
Yeah,
Kitchen.
SOULCIAL.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Man, that place, they are doing so much right now. They have, first of all, so you mentioned about their giving. So they have this thing called the Currency for Caring Program, okay? And so what you do is you chip in $10. And what they do is they give you a token. Now you can either give this token to someone or you can put it in their bucket. And basically what this token does is they go into underserved communities and they give these tokens to people that live there, and they're free meals for these people who don't.
Except they don't have a stigma because it's like they have a token and they can come in and order just like any other customer.
Exactly.
Oh, that is a fantastic idea.
It is awesome. And, you know, they have Food Truck Fridays. It's actually a food truck park there at Social Kitchen. So you can go indoors Monday through Thursday and order food. But then on Fridays, they've got their food truck park. And so they've got everything from burgers to sandwiches to tacos and things like that. They even got an ice cream stand that they're working on right now. Playground for the kiddos, dog park for the dogs. I mean, this place is in Swansea. Look it up, Social Kitchen. It is awesome. And they also, I think you mentioned it, you saw it on Facebook, they have the Space Shuttle Cafe. It's the big food truck that looks like a space shuttle. And it's gigantic. Yeah, it's awesome.
Super. And Swansea's just a hop, skip, and a jump from downtown St. Louis.
Oh. I mean,
20
we're talking, but not even 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, not even that. It's literally just south sandwiched between Fairview Heights and Belleville.
Well, there is so much deliciousness out there waiting for you to try. And
sure is.
Andy, it's always so much fun having you. Know that we just threw a lot of information at you, so I'm assuming people can get more info at ILLINOISouth.org.
They absolutely can. Just go to ILLINOISouth.org. That's our website, and on the left-hand side there we have a tab for food and wineries and breweries and all that, so check all of them out.
Two Farmers Burgers and Beignets in Mount Carmel for the beignet burger with bacon jam. And Andy,
yes,
you drive, I'll buy.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Let's do it.
Sounds like a date.
Okay.
Thanks, Andy.
You got it. Thank you.